So dear students, today we will see the way how we can make use the control structures, that is iterative statements. Last class which we saw the way how we can execute selective statements, different forms of selective statements, the way how we can make use in Python programming, which we saw. Now we'll see iterative statements, how we can make use in Python programming. So before getting into the iterative statements, let's understand the what is iterative. What do you mean by iteration? Okay. So in our day-to-day life, so let us take an example which you can see. So in our day-to-day life, we repeat tasks, some of the tasks which will be executed repeatedly. For example, so we repeat paying electricity bill, and those who are staying in rent house, they used to pay every month rent, which is like cycling. And as shown, like there is another example which you can see like that, like paying electricity bill, paying rent. Okay, so like that, which we call it as iterative, like repeatedly, which continues the task. So same way, there is one example which it was given in our textbook, that is life cycle of silkworm. Life cycle of a silkworm, which is example again for iterative process. So how it takes place? A silkworm legs, which starts with legs, turns into a caterpillar, which turns into a caterpillar, becomes a pupa, and matures as a silk moth, which matures as a silk moth and lays eggs again, and the cycle starts again, and cycle starts the again. So that's why this kind of repetition is also called as iteration. Repetition of set of statements in a program, repetition of a set of statements in a program is made possible using looping constructs. Is possible looping constructs. That's what which we call it as iteration. So iteration statements are used to execute block of statements as long as the condition is true. So loops statements are used when we need to run same code again and again, same statement which you want to execute again and again. Then you can make use the iterative statements, that which we call it as loop. Python iteration statements are of three types, which we call it as. So here actually which we call it as two types of loops, while loop and for loop, and which you can make use nested loop. Okay, loop within the loop, which we call it as nested loops. Now let's start with while loop. It is used to execute a block of statement, which is used to execute a block of statement as long as a given condition is true. As long as the given condition is true. And when the condition becomes false, the control will come out of the loop. If the condition becomes false, control will come out of the loop. The condition is checked every time at the beginning of the loop. The condition is checked every time at the beginning of the loop. You can see the syntax of while loop. You can see the syntax of while loop. While condition, so it must be followed by semicolon, because which is a block, which we call it as statement. Like this, which you can write n number of statements. There is no restriction here to specify how many statements. Based on the condition, whatever statements which you want to execute within that loop, yes, you can make it. And while starting condition itself, the loop while starting itself, which will check the condition and it will be executed following statements. You can see other side, flow chart. Okay, so already we know what is a flow chart. Flow chart is nothing but it is a pictorial representation of a task, which we call it as flow chart. Graphical representation, that is what pictorial representation. So enter while loop, test expression, that is what condition. If it is true, body of the loop will execute. If it is false, then which exits the loop. Okay, let us take an example. X equal to 1 variable, and while x less than or equal to 4, print x value. Okay, so x equal to x plus 1, the increment operator which we are using here. So without increment, loop will not be executed again and again. Okay, now we took one x variable, we initialized with value 1, and we check the condition x less than or equal to 4. and first one comes, 1 is less than or equal to 4, which prints the value, then which will increment. So x equal to x plus 1, 1 plus 1 2, which comes again, 2 is less than or equal to 4, okay, prints 2, then again which will increment, 2 plus 1 3, 3 is less than or equal to 4, and which prints the 3, and which will increment. So 3 plus 1 4, now x value which comes to the while loop. So 4 less than or equal to 4, okay, so which is true, again which prints the x value 4, and which increments 4 plus 1 5, then which comes the condition 5 less than or equal to 4, which becomes 4 false, then which comes out of the while loop, that's why output you will see 1 2 3 4. Output you will see for this particular example 1 2 3 4. Okay, so that is how while loop which works. While loop with else block. So this generally loops, if you look at another programming languages like C, C++, Java, JavaScript, okay, .NET, uh, PHP, and all the places which we use, else block is only for with conditional statements, selective statements, that is if blocks. But here in Python, there is an option here which you can use the else block with loops also. Okay, so now take it as example, the way how we can make use, if condition becomes false, what statement should we execute? So same, x equal to 1 while x less than 3, which will execute following statement inside while loop, value of x is x, and which will increment x equal to x plus 1 till this condition becomes false. Okay, then so if condition becomes false, inside else value of x is x. Let's see this particular example. First one will be executed, then next step, next iteration 2 will be printed. Once it comes to the 3, 3 is less than 3, which becomes a false, then which comes to the inside else value of x is, okay, so that else value of x is 5, which becomes, okay. So let me execute this example. Let's see how it will take place. Okay, so write a program in Python to find out the factorial of given number, as you can check with using while loop with else condition factorial number. Same way, infinite while loop, the way how we can make use. So x equal to 5, y while condition which we are checking, x double equal to 5, and following statement which we are executing, and here so continuously which will execute, same value will check the condition and which will execute continuously. This type of loop which we call it as infinite loop, there is no end here, which keep on works on. Okay, so second type of loop is for loop. It is used to iterate over items of any sequence such as a list or a string, which is used to iterate over items of any sequence such as list or a string. Syntax you can see, for loop syntax for val in sequence. This sequence can be a list or a string and followed by statements. For loop also, so header followed by semicolon must be there. Okay, so example you can see, for I in range of 3 comma 5. We know the range function in Python programming, start and stop value, how it takes place. Okay, so here I is the iterative variable, increment variable, in is the keyword for loop, and range is the predefined function. Then print I value. I is initially 3, okay, which will be printed, and start value, that is range function, and which will increment step by 1. By default step increment is 1, and which takes and which will be printed, and when it comes to the 5, which will not be considered because 5 is the stop value, because we starts range function 0 to 1 2 3 4. 4 is the as last value here according to the function which we use. So for loop, another example which you can see, where we mentioned range function start, stop and -1, which is like earlier example that was like increment, this was like decrement. When you use the step value negative value, which decrements the values, same way we starts with 5 and then which goes for 4, the way output which decrements, start value 5 and stop value is 3. So range function parameters, starting number of the sequence, stop, generate numbers up to but not including this number. Okay, stop number will not be included. Step is optional, determines the increment between each numbers in the sequence. By default, step value is 1. So for loop with else block, which you can see. So executed because no break in for. Okay, range of 1 comma 4. So which executes continuously. So 1 2 3 4, and which comes out of no break. Okay. So that is how a for loop, the way how we can make use. Nested for loop, loop within the loop. You can see here I and j two variables, and range function 1 comma 3 and range 1 comma 4 11. So k equal to I is multiplied with j, and k value is printing, and which separated the values space. Okay, print next line. So first step. So outer for loop will take place 1 2 3, okay, 1 and 2, and inner range function which will take 1 to 10 values. So 1 2 3 4 5 and so on 10, which will take, and k equal to next, once it increments the I value 2, so 2 will become that, then we will see the multiplied values of second row. Okay, so that is how this nested for loop which works. Okay, jump statements. Jump statements are used to transfer the program's control from one location to another. Means these are used to alter the flow of a loop, like to skip a part of a loop or to terminate a loop. Okay, you want to jump one statement to another statement within the loop, or which you want to come out of the loop permanently. So that which we call it as jump statements. There are three types of jump statements used in Python. Sorry. Break, continue, pass. These are the three types of jump statements used in Python programming. Break. It is used to terminate the loop, comes out of the loop. So for val in string, okay, if val equal to I, okay, break, print the value, print the end. Output S is the first character which reads, then second character T, third character or next fourth character. Is the condition is if val I equal to I, which breaks and which comes out of the loop. Okay, so that's why you will not see following characters as an output. Same way, continue statement. So it is used to skip all the remaining statements in the loop and move controls back to the top of the loop. Okay, so whichever value which matches, when you use the continue keyword, which skips that particular condition value, and remaining all will be printed. Let's see for val in init. Okay, so here if val equal to I, okay, first I is equal to I, so which continues, which gives the I value character, next character n equal to I, okay, so which is not true, which prints the value, next I again, which is equal to I, which skips the value, and again which increments another character. So that is t is not equal to I, and so you will see only n and t, because four characters, out of which two characters are equal to I, those two characters will be skipped. Okay, so that is how continue statement which works. Next, pass statement. This statement does nothing. It can be used when a statement is required syntactically, but the program requires no action. If you don't want to have any action, then you can specify pass statement in your function, okay, or loop, wherever it is. Using loop while true, pass. Busy, wait for keyboard interrupt, okay. Then you can specify that control C to come out. In function, it makes a controller to pass by without executing any code. Example, definition my function pass, which is empty function. If you don't use pass here, then error message will be shown. So print my program, output would be my program. This is outside the function print statement which we use. So pass statement continue. So example, if I in initial, if I equal to I, pass, else print I. So initial NTAL. Okay, these are the output which you will get here. Note, continue forces the loop to start at the next iteration, while pass means there is no code to execute here and will continue through the remainder or the loop body. Okay, so that is how three kinds of jump statements which you can make use. Now we'll see the practical example, the way how you can execute it. So we took the list values, then program to print squares of all numbers present in a list. We took the list of integer numbers, variable to store the square of each number temporary, that is what which we say sq equal to 0, then for val in numbers. Okay, for loop which we start. Okay, within the for loop, calculating square of each number, that is sq equal to val into val. Okay, now displaying the square values, displaying the square values. You can see clearly. So numbers, list numbers which we specified 1, 2, 4, 6, 11, 20, and some to make the square value initially we initialized with 0, and for val in numbers, numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so each value will take, first value will be taken from the numbers list 1, and that 1 into 1 will be multiplied and which assigns to the square value, that is sq, and which prints the 1. Next iteration 2, so 2 into 2, 4, which will be assigned to the sq, then it will be printed. Same way 4 into 4, 16, 6 into 6, 36, 11 into 11, 121, 20 into 20, 400. We will see as an output such a way that. Okay, same way, which you can see another example, that is range function. Sum of the n values. Okay, so just take it, some value first you will calculate, initialize the 0. Same way, now make use the for loop. Now calculate the sum equal to sum plus value. Okay, now print the sum value, print of sum value. You can see 0, and range function which we used 1 to 6, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 which will take place. Okay, by default step is 1. So first we start with 1. Okay, 0 plus 1 value is 1, so 1 will be printed. Next 1, next 2 plus 1, some value will increment the 1, 0 to 1, 1 plus value is 2, now 3 you will get. Now sum is 3, 3 plus 3, okay, value becomes 3, then 6 you will get. Next 6 plus 4, 4 means 10 you will get. Next some value is 10, then value is 5. Okay, 10 plus 5, 15. Next which increments, which will not be taken because 6 will not be considered, only up to 5 will be considered. Okay, so that is how it takes place. For loop to calculate the, by using range function, sum of values. Same way, for loop with else block, which you can see. print val. Yeah. So this is error because syntactically wrong. That's why. Okay. While working with interactive mode, you must be careful. If it is an application script file, directly you can make use. No issue. You can see for val in range file which goes 0 to 4, print value, else print the loop has completed execution. Okay, so that is how for loop with else block, the way how you can make use. Same way nested loop, which you can see nested loop how you can make use. For num1 in range 3 which goes to the top level, so 1 0 1 2 and inner for loop, so num2 in range 10 comma 14, so it starts with 10 up to 13 which will increment. So num1 comma num2, you can see 0 with 0 10 0 11 0 12 0 3, which means first 0 comes here inner loop which goes to up to 13 and which comes out of it outer loop. Again outer loop which increments 0 to 1, 1 comes then gets into the inner loop. So again we starts with 10 and which goes up to 13. Once it completes, then which comes out of it, then again which increments 1, that becomes 2, and once again which gets into the inner condition for loop, okay, inner loop, and which goes up to 13 and finally which comes out of it. Here when increments that 3 will not be considered because range function stop value will not be considered because we starts with 0. Okay, 3 means 0 1 2. You can see the output such a way that you can see clearly the output for this nested for loops which we use, nested for loops. Now while loop which you can see, for loop we saw, now while loop we are moving. Some of the values here we are calculating by using while loop. So num equal to 1 and checking the condition num less than 10 which goes up to less than 10. First which prints the 1 and now 1 plus 3 which increments 4, checks the condition which is less than, like that, which goes and we will see the values. First 1, next 4, next 7, and when increments the 10 which is not less than 10 becomes false, comes out of the loop. Okay, so if it is true printed, if it is false which comes out of the while loop. You can see while loop header followed by semicolon, it must be there. These are the while loop block of statements within the while loop which we call it as. Okay, same way you can see nested while loop how you can make use. Nested while loop, let me see. Multiple statements found while compiling a single statement. Okay, first you need to make this while working with interactive mode, then j equal to 5. Now you can place entire thing while loop, sorry, nested while loop. So started with I is outer while loop, j is inner while loop, I is 1 less than 4, okay, which is true, gets into the inner while loop, okay, j equal to 5, 5 is less than 8, then which prints I is 1 and j is 5, okay, then j equal to j plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6 j value, I equal to I plus 1, 1 plus 1, 2. So 2 is less than 4, which is true, gets into the while loop, 6 is less than 8, okay, which prints 2 comma 6, I is 2 and j is 6. So j 6 plus 1 7, okay, and I equal to 2 plus 1 3. So outer while loop 3 less than 4, which is true condition, which gets into the inner while loop, and j value is 7, 7 less than 8, which is true, which prints the I value 3 and j value 7. Now which increments j value, j plus 7 plus 1 8 and I value is 3 plus 1 4. So while 4 less than 4, the condition becomes false, outer condition, which comes out of directly application. Okay, so that is the output 152637, which you will see as an output. You will see as an output. Nested while loop. Same way, which you can see. Num equal to 10. Then while, like how we can make use else block with while loop. Else block with while loop. So num equal to 10, num is greater than 6, true, which prints the 10 value and which will decrement the value here, num equal to num minus 1, which means 10 minus 1, 9. Okay, so which comes back again, loop, and 9 greater than 6, s, which is true, prints the 9, and which decrements again, 9 minus 1, 8, again which checks the while loop, so 8 greater than 6, okay, which is true, which prints the 8 and which decrements again, 8 minus 1 7, which comes back to the condition which checks the 7 is greater than 6, which prints the 7 and which decrements 1, so 7 minus 1 6. So while 6 greater than 6, which becomes false and which comes out of the while loop, which prints the else block of while loop. Okay, that's why 10 9 8 7 output, and followed by that else block condition, a statement will be executed. That is how output which you will get. Output which you will get. Same way. How we can make use breaks, now jump statements, examples which we are moving. Jump statements, how we can make use. So for loop, num mean list values which we specified here itself, and print the num, list values which you want to print. If num equal to 88, then we should come out of the for loop. So first we will print the 11, the number 88 is found, that terminating the loop. First 11 prints, next 9 prints, then 88 which comes, okay. So that 88, so you will see break, 88 equal to 88 which comes out of the loop. Let's execute. So why it is printing means first we applied the print statement, then we checked the condition. Then we checked the condition. Suppose if you make use this with this way, okay. So let's see that how we can make use the difference now. Let's see the difference here. The space, that's why it was taken, that error. Now first check the condition. Okay, check the condition. Now print the value. What happens? Let's see. Make use this block of statements also. Tab indentation is must. The 4 characters. So these are same level. This all are within if condition. Let's execute. Inconsistent use of tabs and spaces in indentation. What happened here? Yes. See. Now you can see. So only if num equal to 88. This time we will see only 88 which will be printed. Same way, if you make use this print statement such a way that we will see another type. See the output each time the way how it changes. Now print statement will be removed here. Okay. Now we will put here. See. Clearly you can see the difference now. So print statement if used outside the if condition, after the checking condition, out of the if condition, 11 9 will be printed. Then when it comes to the 88, 88 will not be printed now this time. Earlier which we used before the if condition print, now out of the if condition which we used after the if condition checking print statement, the difference earlier which we got 11 9 88, now we got 11 and 9 as an output. Okay, so that is how difference the way how you can make use the statements within your loop and condition. So break statement done, which comes out of the loop, same way which you can use continue statement, which you can use the continue statement for loop, then check the condition, apply the continue, then print the value. You can see now for loop which we use on list of values, and if applying the num modulus 2 equal to 0, and whichever number which is divisible, complete divisible, that number, okay, so then which continue, which skips that value and remaining value will be printed 20. 20 will be completely divisible by 2, which skips that, then next 11, next 9, next 66 completely will be divisible, and 4 also completely divisible, next 44, which means 11 9 89. Well, let's see the output. Yes, 11 9 89, 20 66 4 and 44 completely will be divisible, because modulus means remainder 0. Okay, so that is what here. So remaining 11 9 and 89 place, you will not get remainder 0, remaining all the values which you will see remainder as 0. Okay, so that is what the statement will be skipped for all even numbers. So this logic is to check the given number is even or odd. Okay, even number. If it is completely divisible, that is even number. Otherwise, odd number. Okay, how we can use the pass? Let's see. Pass which will do nothing. Okay, 11 9 89. Same the way how continuous statement which was worked. So here pass also which was worked, same output which you can see. If the number is even, we are doing nothing, and if it is odd, then we are displaying the number. So that is what this particular pass will be checked. Okay, same way like that which you can execute the another for loop is example. which you can see same thing, sum of n values, whatever list of values which we specified, that one will become values, sum of values. Like that, which you can work with all the loops like while loop, while with else condition, else block, same way for with else block, and while loop nested condition, for loop nested condition, and jump statements, break. If you want to come out of the loop, yes, break, and if you want to skip the some value, then you can use the continue. Same way pass also, same like continue which works pass. Okay. So that is how jump statements also which you can use with Python programming. Same thing can be executed with script file also. Okay. So same thing can be executed with script. This complete example, you can write it in a file. Okay. And then save it with file name .py, then execute that. So that one will give you same output. We worked with interactive mode. Same examples can be executed with script mode. That is Python file which you need to create. Okay, that we know already. I have shown you that the way how you can create script file. So like that, which you can work with iterative statements with Python programming. We'll continue with another concept in Python. Thank you.